What's going on, everybody? It's Dave, No Money MTG. We're back, where I start a brand new Arena account and try to keep up with the rate of Magic the Gathering these days without spending any money. So if you didn't watch the last video, draft number 3 went pretty terrible. You suck! More than offset the gains from the first 2 drafts, which went well. So we're in a spot now where I do have a draft token that came from the Mastery Pass, but I'm going to hold on to that draft token for now and instead try my hand at the Pick 2 draft, which if you didn't catch the expected value video, Pick 2 draft is actually where you get the best value as far as like expected winnings versus the cost to play. So I'm going to give that a shot and see how that goes on this one, because as you can see here, it only costs 6,000 gold to enter. Gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. And I have 8,400. So for the sake of variety, let's try it out and see if we can't get back to our winning ways with round 4 of Strixhaven Limited, round 1 of Pick 2 draft.
Here's your toll, troll.
All right, let's go. Professor Delian Fell. I'm going to take it because I really like this card and I like its potential for standard as well. I'm getting the feeling that Witherbloom is actually one of the weaker archetypes in this set, but I'm not going to pass up Delian Fell, which if I'm doing that and I get to pick 2, I'm going to go ahead and not only select the Witherbloom charm because I think it's awesome, but also because it almost fully cuts off black-green from this pack. Like, these are really the only 2 Witherbloom cards that are noteworthy. So hopefully it'll send a clear signal to the person I'm passing to that, you know, give up on it. Pretty happy with these first 2 picks. End the hunt. I like that. It makes them sacrifice. It makes the opponent sacrifice their biggest thing. And I'm a fan of Send in the Pest. So let's go for that. I feel pretty good right now.
Tastes good.
At least through the first couple picks. Pick 3, Pest Brood Sloth is pretty good, right? Create 2 1/1 of the Pest tokens. 4 mana, 4/4 reach. I guess I'll take that. Shared Roots is good, but I think at this point I'm going to rare draft the Mythic just to add it for the collection. I think we've done an okay job of sending the signal to at least the folks on our left that black-green is not going to be where they need to be, so I feel okay taking this chance. That's awesome. Pest Mascot, great for this deck. Gain life payoff. And then a payoff, and then a gain life enabler right next to it. So let's go with that. I think I'll take the 2/3 drops rather than to have a second copy of the 4 drop. All right, what wheeled? Blue, red wheeled, nothing for us. So I'll just go ahead and take that, and I'll take the Oracle's Restoration just because that it gives me a card and gains a life, so it turns on any of the synergies for life gain in my deck. All right, the Mindful Biomancer. This is the thing that I was hoping would wheel anyway, so it was a good payoff for rare drafting a couple of picks ago. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna play second Oracle's Restoration, but not much of a choice there. All right, Pox Plague, can't play it, just uncastable. Infirmary Healer, I can make myself gain life, and it's a 2-drop with a 3 toughness. 2-drop with 3 toughness is actually not embarrassing. Don't know if the Scathing Shadelock is super good, but I think Pull from the Grave, I don't know, is that better than Royal Treatment? In a later video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about these untapped.gg ratings that I have kind of as an overlay here. This would suggest this card is better for my deck. I think I'll do the Royal Treatment just for now. It's cheap and can protect one of my super important creatures. And can that target creature? Okay, so it can't protect a Planeswalker. I think I'll take the Poisoner's Apprentice here, a 3-drop that if I can gain life, then can kill one of the opponent's creatures, and then probably the Emil Vastlands Roamer. I'm not sure if I'm going to go too heavy on. I don't know if I think I need cheaper creatures now. I think I'm a little too heavy. I'm getting too heavy on 3-drops here. Removal spells, great. Take that all day long. The Follow the Lumerates, I think I'll take that just because it can help me sift through my deck and get other creatures. I'm past another 3-drop there, which, again, I think at this point I'm getting a little bit saturated on 3-drops. I will take the Mind Roots as a card advantage, or a card advantage, making the opponent discard cards. That can be really great in the later game. And then now I'll take the 1-drop. I passed the Pull from the Grave earlier. I will take it now. Gains me life. Gets cards back. And then I'll take the Pox Plague just for the rare draft. I think I have enough 3-drops for the moment. I may regret that later on. I don't know if I'm going to play 2 Studious First Years. I have 8 creatures right now. I'm going to double rare draft because, I mean, this is just strictly for the collection purposes. I don't think I'm going to play whatever that card was. Okay, I'm not playing either of these cards either. Is this Conforming Council good? I don't know. Whenever you gain life, put a growth counter on this enchantment, as long as there are 5 or more growth counters on this enchantment. Creatures you control. I don't know. That's super fringe. Teacher's Pest, I think I'll for sure take that 2-drop. 2-drops are great. Feed the Swarm, destroy target creature or enchantment. You lose life equal to the opponent's mana value. I actually think that's good enough. If I'm successful at gaining life, it shouldn't be too disruptive to lose a number of life. Hopefully I'm not having to take out like a 8-drop with that or something. Okay, so we'll take that. Environmental Scientist 2/2. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. Not quite sure about that. I don't know if I need a second Mind Roots. I think I'll take the 2/2 just to have the 2-drop. Then I don't think I'm going to play a second Follow the Lumerates, so I'll just take the rare for the collection. Well, there's my second Follow the Lumerates anyway, so I'll take that here, and then this 4-drop. Not super high on playing this 4-drop. I don't think that's very good at all, but I'll take it just for now. I don't think I need another Pull from the Grave. I can use another 2-drop that gains life when it enters, and I'll take the dual land. That's good. I don't know. I'll just take the rare for now, and there's nothing much there that I'd want to play. Definitely not playing a 3rd copy of the Lumerates. Okay, I think this might be it. So those little rankings or those little numbers that popped up in the corner of the cards as I was drafting, just to let you know, it comes from the same source that you're seeing here on the screen right now. This is from untapped.gg. That is the one paid service that I'm still giving money to. I guess to me it supplements knowledge because I don't have time to study and look up new cards and archetypes. I still think it's in accordance with the spirit of the channel that I'm not paying to play. I'm paying to save myself time having to do research on the internet is how I see it. But they do. It's a pretty good service if you want to spend a couple bucks on it. It gives you this kind of information. It gives you deck build suggestions and then also some info on cards that are out there. They have a free tier offering. I'm not entirely sure about it. Maybe if someone in the comments has more experience with the free tier stuff, they can enlighten folks. But I think it's a pretty good service. I highly recommend them. They're awesome. And also a cool thing about Untapped is that you can go to their website and it tracks your performance. I think I've shown this screen in some previous videos, but like here's my limited record recently. So here are the 3 different drafts I've shown on this channel where I went 6-3, 4-3, and then the last disaster draft where we went 1-3. And it tallies up your total performance over time. Like you can see here, my overall record, 55% win rate, 11-9 across those 3. And you can also go back like to previous seasons. So if I look at the previous season, how I did, this was when I was doing both TMNT drafts, but then also got bored. And like the first couple videos on this channel were Foundations draft. It captures those here. So I can look at my win rate from the previous season, how many net gems up or down that I was. This doesn't know whether or not you spent gold. So it'll always just kind of tally like how you did it in terms of gems. So anyway, I just wanted to put a plug for untapped.gg. And then if there are any folks out there watching these videos that that are new to Arena and you don't see those little numbers appearing, that's the reason why, is that actually comes from a third-party service. So same thing here, these deck recommendations, you can take it or not. Like you don't have to use it, but if you ask it to help you build the deck, it'll say, hey, cut this card, cut this card, cut these two cards, so on and so forth. So it's kind of a cool service. All right, well, I'm definitely not playing the blue card. Creatures. Yeah, I don't know if this is crazy, but I'm a little bit torn on the Royal Treatment or the Oracle's Restoration. The Oracle's Restoration, it's sorcery speed, which sucks, but it does essentially cycle itself. Like it gets me a card and it turns on the life gain. Whereas Royal Treatment saves a creature and gives it a permanent +1/+1. I guess I'll have to like do a quick inventory of how many life gain enablers that I have, and if I'm pretty good at enabling life gain, I probably will just cut the restoration as is being suggested here. It's also the case that my curve is so low, like I'm so dense in 2-drops, that I may just go down a land and make room for an extra card. I'm pretty heavy green up front, so I'm gonna go down the swamp. Yeah, I think just getting rid of one of these two is probably where I'm going to go. I don't want to get rid of any creatures here. All right, first, let me look at what removal I have. So End the Hunt is okay, so it's creatures or planeswalker. So if they have a 5-mana creature, they actually don't have to get rid of their planeswalker then. So it's whatever has the highest mana value among either type. So that makes that less good. But it is 2 mana and will almost always get rid of something that's more than 2 mana. So from a tempo standpoint, it's still good. I don't know. Well, I don't have that much removal, so I'm going to keep it. Feed the Swarm is removal. Last Gasp is removal. Witherbloom Charm is small removal, but it has utility. And then Professor Delian Fell has a removal mode on it if I really need it. Then there's Hand Disruption. Mind Roots makes the opponent discard 2 cards, and then Send in the Pest makes the opponent discard a card. So I have 2 Hand Disruption plays, 4 removal spells. Follow the Lumerets lets me look at cards from the top of my library, putting a creature or a land card into my hand. And I can get 2 of them if I gained life. So that's a payoff for gaining life. That's a creature advantage. Pull from the Grave is also creature advantage, and it turns on gain life. I think actually Comforting Counsel might be the thing that I get rid of, the rare. I have to gain life 5 times for this to do anything. But if I do, it's like a permanent overrun without the trample. Okay, I need to keep the Oracle's Restoration because I actually don't have an incredible amount of ways to gain life, so I actually need every single gain life enabler that I can. So I'm going to keep that, and then I think because I have to gain life 5 times for this to be good, I just don't know if this is good enough. Just for science, I'm going to get rid of one of the 2 Follow the Lumerets. I don't think I need 2 of those things. I'll keep the Comforting Counsel, the rare, just to see if it plays out anywhere near good. Who knows? All right, I think I'm going to keep it like this. Let's get it. All right, awful. I have 8 forests, 9 green sources, which means that I'm very likely to draw a green source. And I have a turn 2 play and a turn 2. I have 2 different turn 2 plays. One can kill a creature, one can make them discard and creates a pest. I hate mulliganing, even though I probably should here. But the fact that I have 9 green sources makes me feel okay that by turn 3 I'll draw a green source. So let's risk it. Still haven't drawn a green source. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell that targets a creature, each opponent loses 1 life and gains 1 life. I'm going to... that doesn't that card itself doesn't it doesn't like spiral out of control, so I'm gonna wait and see what they play next. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Okay, yeah, I'm glad that I waited. This is where like you really want to trade up on your removal spell, so I'm gonna spend 2 mana to kill a 3 mana creature. That makes me feel a lot better. Still no green source. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. I'm not going to play that now because I think they're going to play a 4-drop next turn. So I'm going to wait. Again, I want that 2 mana spell to hit something higher than 2 mana. So great. That's awesome again. So now they're going to have to get rid of that 3 mana creature when I cast this 2 mana spell. And I can play a 2-drop, so this is great. So I'm definitely going to do this to get rid of the 3-drop. And then I'm just going to get power and toughness onto the board. I think that's another thing that I don't know if it's always... I don't know when exactly to break this rule, but a rule that I tend to always think that you should live by is when in doubt, add power and toughness to the board, and also when in doubt, spend all of your mana every turn. So doing those plays did that exact thing. They're going to choose a non-land card from it, and I discard it. Alright, well, they're going to get rid of my 3-drop, I would suppose. Okay. That's fine, because I can now kill that with the... Oh, but I can't play... When this creature enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -4/-4 till end of turn if I... Oh, that's going to be awesome. So I'm going to attack with both of these. Gain life. Which means when I play this, I can kill their 2-drop. So that cleans off their board. I have a kind of an advantage now, although I have no idea what's in... They're up on cards. Alright, too bad. I can return target creature card from the graveyard to my hand. So I think I'll be getting that back if it survives. So I'm going to attack with this, threaten activation, so they can't really block it. And then I'll play the 4-drop. Next turn, I raise dead, get my 3-drop back, and play it if I don't find a land. Which is why that's a good play for them to do that. I think I save the removal spell. I attack again with this guy and the flyer. Again, they can't really... Unless they have a combat trick. Okay, well... I will make them use whatever combat trick they have. Okay, or they just throw away a creature. That's fine. So I'm gaining a life each turn by attacking with the pest, which is great. So they're going to lose 3 life to put 3 cards into their hand. That's scary. Does black-white have a sweeper? I don't know if they do. So in case... I'm not going to play out the 3-drop. I'll play out another 2-drop. And... hope that they don't have a sweeper? Okay. Alright, well, if that's what they're doing here, I feel good. Okay. Whenever you cast an instant or spell that targets a creature, this creature gains flying till end of turn. Okay. What does this do? It gains vigilance until end of turn. So I think I just win, right? So they block these 2. They take 2, 3, 4... yeah. Okay, cool. Want to know? Alright, cool. 1-drop. And finally, I think this is the first time in like 6 limited matches I've played that I get to go first, so that's always a good sign. I have a 1-drop. I can cast the regrowth on turn 2 to ramp into a 4-drop on turn 3. So on the play, ramping into a 4-drop on turn 3 is great. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Hopefully they don't play a 1-mana spell. Cool. We'll go ahead and attack. Rampant growth. We have a forest in hand already and a swamp, so I'll just get another forest. We're much heavier green. Okay. So I will... Let's play the 4-drop. So they are certainly having a trick or something, so I will not go ahead and do whatever it is you're going to do. Okay. Well, that's scary. Any deck with blue in it that has that many cards in their hand is instantly scary to me. Drawing a bunch of lands. It's a 16 land deck. We've looked at 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of my top cards are lands. That's awesome. Alright, we'll just get in. Because I think that against a blue deck that's drawing cards, our really only way of winning is to go under them. Okay, so what can I play this turn? Oh, I can already play. I have a 3-drop I can play this turn. I think I'll take the 4-drop because I can already play a 3-drop this turn. Again, always spend all of your mana. Even though I don't get the value because I didn't gain life, I still just want to get the power and toughness on the board. I will block if they attack. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can already do... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give this 5 toughness so they don't double block. Attack both. Because I only win if I can go underneath them. So I'm gonna get back my creature. I don't think blue-green has a sweeper unless I'm just way understudied in this format, but if they do have a creature, then I'm gonna feel super bad. Or if they have a sweeper, I'm gonna feel super bad. Target player discards 2 cards, put up to 1 land discarded this way onto the battlefield, tapped under your control. Okay. Really? Okay. Okay, well... Man, I'm gonna feel really stupid if they have a sweeper and they just baited me right into it. So that taps a creature, puts a stun counter on it, okay. And then that pumps by casting instants and sorceries. Okay, so they stopped attacking. Chances are high they're not going to block with the Landscape Painter. They probably will block with the Deluge Virtuoso. I'm going to hold on to the Cheerful Osteomancer. So I think no matter which one they block with, I'll feel good about it. And this keeps creatures back to disincentivize them from attacking me next turn. If they can cast an instant, pump that, and save it, and just eat my Poisoner's Apprentice, that would feel kind of bad. I guess I should have thought about that. Yeah, that was a bad play. Yeah, but you know what? That was gonna save a creature no matter what, so I actually feel at least that's out of their hand now. You know what? I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. I want to hold on. I can make them discard 3 cards. I want to see what they do this turn, because they probably are saving their biggest, most impactful cards in their hand. And so I want to get them down to a point, hopefully where they only have 3 cards in hand, and then play this, because then that would tell me that most likely they've... I'd be getting their 3 most impactful cards. If they had a land in hand, they'd play it. I think they haven't played a land card in a few turns. I just keep on drawing lands. Like, so in order to block this, I have to take 2 of their cards. Or I have to take 2 of their creatures. They have to double block to kill this. And even if they kill it, I get 2 tokens. Okay, so I get 2 tokens out of that. Now I get to take the rest of the cards out of their hand and get a token. Little do they know, whatever they don't discard, I'm just going to take anyway. So this is going to get 3 spells out of their hand. Wow. Okay. So now they're almost certainly going to cast their Vibrant Idea to get cards. Yeah. I doubt they're going to attack. Man, a removal spell would be so huge here. That is not a removal spell. I do get to gain life. So this would trade with that. They'd eat 1 of the tokens, block the 1/1, then they take 2. And I gain 3. So yeah, the Landscape Painter is going to trade with the Osteomancer. They block 1, that they bounce off. This should eat 1 of the tokens, alright. And so now I have 1, 2, 3, yep. So now they are in kind of a tough spot, depending on what these next 2 cards... Okay, so then now they have blockers for all the creatures. And they're going to surveil. Cool. So now they're definitely not going to attack. Oh, my gosh, with these lands, dude. Are you serious? 4, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Okay, so if I get in with the Biomancer, that trades with the Mage Tower Referee. And then the rest of them, yeah, I can't really attack with anything else, can I? Drawing lands... Drawing this many lands is so rough. Okay. Well, I mean, it's still ill-advised for them to attack, but at this point they might, actually. Okay. After this next turn, I'm halfway through the deck. There we go. Thank you. Okay. This puts them in a really bad spot. So if I gain 3 life, they would almost have to all-out attack to keep this from ultimating next turn. I think I draw the... So what do I do here? Do I draw the card? Or do I gain the life? Because threatening to ultimate is huge. I'll gain the life. Because now they essentially have to do something about this. But they can't send too many attackers, because then that opens them up for me swinging in with my creatures. So they're gonna bounce one of my tokens, I'm sure, take a blocker off the board. But now they have an interesting decision on how aggressive to get swinging after the Delian Fell. Interesting decision for them. Because they know I'm going to have a 4-power creature coming at them next turn. So if they come in, so this is now threatening to kill Delian Fell. So what happens next turn? I can still kill one of their creatures. Okay. So what can I do now? I can kill a creature, I can kill 2 of their creatures. Make them block with the 3rd. No, yeah, it's better to draw a card. Greatest mana value creature is one of these 3 drops. Probably this is the most scary creature. And then I attack in with this. They have to block. I eat it. And then I can get rid of one of their 2/3 drops. But no, I hold on to that for now. I hold on to that for now. I let them try to attack in to kill the Delian Fell. Okay. So they can kill the Delian Fell. If they attack with both the 4-power creatures. Okay, so I let that happen, because there's nothing I can do to stop it. Four-2 Trampler is nice. So then I attack in with this. Okay. Play creature. And just in case they play a big creature next turn, I'm going to hold on to the end of the hunt. Because I don't want them to play some giganto creature. Okay. Tam, Observant Sequencer. So I can make them sacrifice that next turn. Blue-green to draw a card and gain a life. So yeah, that needs to die. Oh, whenever I gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Yeah, I probably could have seen that one coming, but... Okay, you know what? So I get in with this. This kills something, so... At this point, I'm just going to make them have to do some blocking. I'll sacrifice the pest, because that helps to grow the pet mascot. They have to block these 2 at a bare minimum. Yeah. Double blocking. Okay. Okay. So, I think for sure the Deluge Virtuoso, right? Yeah. Okay. So it's a top deck battle at this point. They're thinning out their deck. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Assuming that... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they have 6 of their last... Oh my gosh, that's really annoying, isn't it? Whenever a land they control becomes prepared. That really sucks. Because they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so they're really thinning out their deck now. Okay. Well, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a very big problem. Wow. They really turned this game around. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, Oh, that's really rough. That is so rough. Wow. That's what they drew? I am pretty sad that I'm gonna lose this game. Wow. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Do I even get out of this? So I have to block that next turn. That was such a quick turnaround. They have a single card left in their deck. What is the... Is there any plot... What's... Is there anything that I can do to make them... draw cards? Draw 2 cards. Return... No, I don't think there's any way that I win. That is absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. What a disappointing way to lose. I'll have to go back and look at that second game, but I think that, like, I mean, there are things I almost certainly could have done better, but there's that point in the middle of the game where, like, I had them on the ropes, like, down to 2 life, and I drew, like, 4 out of 5 land. Like, just, I don't want to put it all on that. I could have done things differently, I'm sure, but that was a pivotal point in the game where, like, they were stuck on 4 to 5 lands or whatever, so they were just drawing spell after spell after spell, and I was just drawing nothing but lands. That was awful. You know what? I think this is actually an appropriate time to kill that so they can't ramp. And it only... So this violates the trade up on mana. I just spent 2 mana to kill a 1 mana creature, but I almost, like, I don't want them to ramp. Let's see. What am I least sad if they Essence Scatter it? Probably the creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have trample. I think I'm least sad if this gets Essence Scattered. Okay, cool. Plus it gets more power. It gets more power on the board right now, so if they don't play a card... Okay. Tap it twice. Well, let's spend all of our mana. How do I spend all my mana? Oh, shoot, I can't. Well, I'll get the 3... I'll get the more power and toughness out on the board. Get a 3/3 that if I get a land next turn, I can create a 3/3 each turn if they don't kill this. Wow. Okay, so they're just like a straight up tempo deck. Alright, so let me get another swamp. And then I will play another creature and pass to them. 3, 4, 5. So 5 mana. We're gonna have to do something eventually here. Ward 2. I don't want them to create a creature. Oh, well this will make them sacrifice that creature. And then I will pump and attack for 6. That sucks. Well, let's make them discard the last 2 cards in their deck. Or in their hand. So if... Ooh, wow. Yeah, I'm totally glad that got out of their hand. And then we will pass the turn to them. So they're... I don't think they're gonna attack. Yeah. Okay, well... I'll just play a creature and pass. This 6/6 is gonna gum up... I'll let it gum up the board for 1 more turn, and then I'll start attacking into it, and... I mean, hopefully I just draw a removal spell, and then this is gonna be a short game. If I draw a removal spell, this is a short game. Flash, Flying, Trample, Increment. Okay. Okay. Whenever you cast an instant spell, draw a card, then discard a card, unless it was 5 or more. Okay. So now I can start creating a 3/3 every turn. So that's going to start taking over the board. So what I want to do... I'm going to have that. Does he want to try to block with the fractal? See if I have it? He has to know I have a trick. Okay, well, let's get that fractal mascot off the board. So that robbed me of cards, but it took their big blocker off the board. So now next turn, I can start making 3/3s every turn and just attack in. Oh, I'm glad that that is in their graveyard. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I am okay with that, because then that means this gets to come back. And I got in for 4. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. That was a little bit of a bluff attack to see what they did. So I pretty much have to find an answer to this flying trampler. Like, that is essentially my only way of winning. Whoa, dude, 2 lands in a row. Is that... Oh, thank God. Please don't have a counterspell. If you have a counterspell, I'm gonna be so damn sad. Don't have a counterspell. Yes! No counterspell. Holy crap. Jeez, that was scary. Alright. I feel a little better now. Okay. Wow, that was a scary, scary time. Like, that was the best timed Witherbloom Charm ever. Okay. Removal spell wins. Well, not quite the removal spell I was looking for, but... target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. So they have to block. Alright. Well, draw a dud one time, dude. Are you serious? Something that gives them 2 cards? Oh. Well, get in. One, two, three, four, five, six. Alright, if you draw a dud, one time, dude. One time draw a dud. One time. They have to draw 2 creatures. Or they have to be able to deal with 2 creatures. Okay, now I feel good. I think I have it now. Holy crap, that was scary. That Witherbloom Charm was super clutch. So I got to go first that one time and I lost. The 2 times I've been on the play, I've won. So maybe this is a good sign. Maybe it's a good sign not to go first. Is that how Magic works now? Alright. It'd be cool to draw a 4-drop that I can ramp into. No? Well, let's give them something to think about. Let's make them believe I have something to ramp into. Green-white. Target creature gets -3. Okay, so this can trade up. And then... do that. Do this. Spend all my mana. Attack. They went first, right? So did they miss a land drop? They have 4 lands, I have 4 lands? Okay, so they missed a land drop. Whenever you gain life, whenever this creature... Okay, so I want to play this first. Does green-white have sweepers? I don't think so. Okay, let's play this. Get a swamp. And pass. What is that? Is that the same thing? Okay, so if they don't have... Oh, they created a token. Okay. So this turns into a 4/4 when this attacks. They can't block this, so these two can attack. Yeah. Let's do this. Leave up the royal treatment. Deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. Okay. Turn that into a 4/5. Okay. So they lose, I lose life equal to that permanent's mana value. Yeah, I think I can't take chances. That has to die. Okay, cool. That was enough for them. Hey, platinum baby. Platinum baby. Okay, so far I am undefeated when in this draft when not playing first. So the fact that I am on the draw again, maybe that's just how I play, right? It didn't work out for me in the last draft where I got my ass whipped, but so far in this draft, I am 3-0 when on the draw, and 0-1 when on the play. So let's keep the streak alive, I suppose. Is this a scary 2-drop? 1/2, draw, then discard a card? Probably not. I don't have any other play, though. You know what? I'm actually just going to trade 2 mana for 2 mana here, because I don't want them to be able to loot next turn when they play an instant. Because that's an ability that triggers when you cast, so I won't have the ability to do anything in response. Alright. Let's get the 4/2 Trampler out there. Interesting. And they surveil too, huh? I'm gonna plan to get this back next turn with the Osteomancer now that I drew another drew another land, so let's see if they go for the block here. I'll get some value off that Osteomancer. Cool. Now I'll play this, and I can leave up the royal treatment. And we'll see if he does something to target the Emil to get, because that's kind of a scary card to leave on the board because it can create creatures. At the beginning of each end step, if you put a counter on this creature this turn, create a 0/0. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna have to kill that next turn. Okay. So yeah, that cannot stay each end step. Okay, yeah, for sure that has to, even if that throws off the rest of my plan, that cannot be allowed to stay alive. That's a really good card. Okay. Man, they are doing some surveilling and cycling through their deck, so that's good for them. They got another instant or sorcery. Do something to target my Emil. Okay. Man, I really wish I had a way to stop that. Flow state's pretty good, although they don't have an instant and a sorcery, so they only get 1 card. But they still get to pick the best card off the top of their library, off the top 4. Alright, well, take out one of their creatures with this. So is he going to let me eat the newt or eat the textbook tabulator? Okay, that's actually good. Block with both. I think I care more about killing the newt. So let's kill the newt. Let's cast this. Get the Emil back. And I can play that next turn. And I have the royal treatment up in case they try to kill the Osteomancer. Okay. They didn't even bluff attack? Let's get in here. Let's see if they try to cast a spell on the block. Okay. Now what? They're gonna block. I'm sure they'll block with the tabulator. And then I will play the royal treatment to save the Osteomancer. Play the Emil. And so now this can threaten to make me a 2-2 every turn, and I have a 5-3 with ward. They're gonna start chipping in with the 3-3. Nope. Okay. That's actually pretty interesting. So let's get in with the... Should I... No, I want to save that. Okay. So what are the 2 creatures I can get? Do I only have 2? Okay. Well, let's get those 2 back. And we'll play. Alright. We're okay at the moment. Oh, unless they start drawing cards, then we're not going to be okay. Let's see which one they want to... Oh wow, they're taking both. Okay. Well. Interesting. I'm gonna guess they're gonna draw cards. Yeah. I will let them get in for 7 if he wants to. For 8 if he wants to. Totally fine, dude. That is good. So, destroy target non-land. That's an instant speed, so I can blow him out. What do I want to do? Do I want to... Mana value 2 or less? So, I'll do that. Attack for 7. Gain 2. Back up to 20. They block the one that tramples, which is weird. Get it back. Play it. And pass. 2/3 flyer. Can make another creature gain flying. Okay. It only becomes prepared when it attacks. Okay. I think at this point, because it's in my interest for the game to end quicker. So what I'm gonna do is attack with these two. Both can die, but it'll eat one of their creatures. And then that sets up better for the Emil to start getting me value and creating 2/2s every turn. Okay. Okay. So now they have to think about whether or not I have a combat trick in my hand. Because if they block with their aberrant mana worm, well, yeah, so they're just going to risk it. Which is not cool for me. I really wish I had a combat trick. Once again, having no problem finding lands. Like, no problem whatsoever. Really, they're gonna come in with... Okay. I mean, that means they have something in their hand. Like, they have a big creature in their hand to block. Okay, so they have blockers and stuff in their hand. Certainly they can't kill me this turn. I say half scared. So they're going to play some big chunky creature, I think, after combat to stop me from attacking anyway. Which is risky on their part, because that means that if I have a removal spell, then they're in a pretty bad place. So they have something? Presumably? One of those things that taps your creatures down? A kill spell? Like they just had last turn? Instant speed kill spell? Really? Whoa, okay, so that was just a really ill-advised attack. Okay, cool. Well, hey, look, my hypothesis that me not getting to go first is a recipe for success bore out in that draft. We needed this. I mean, even though this is only like a pick 2 draft has, right, 4 wins is a trophy. A trophy is a trophy, baby. So our first Secrets of Strixhaven trophy. What did I think about this deck? I was honestly happy when we got the second win. I didn't know if it was going to be all that great. I think that Witherbloom, the black-green, I think that's called Witherbloom. It was, it's not, I think it's actually one of the worst of the 5 archetypes, but it was open in the draft. So, and even though our all-star was Delian Fell, he only made 1 appearance, and it was the only appearance that he made. I think I remember this right. He made 1 appearance, and we actually lost that game. Cheap creatures, just enough removal spells, like timely removal spells. These creatures that can kind of like grow and get some value as you gain life. And we had just enough ways to gain life to make it worthwhile. So I was pretty happy about this one. Can't complain too much about the max wins. So let's see what packs we got. 1,300 gems. Excellent. Let's see what we open. Anything good? Something for the collection. Hey, I'll take a rare wild card. Withering Curse. Not bad. All right. Well, hey, look, we got our gems back that we lost in the Premier draft where we got our butt handed to us. We are down the gold that it took to get into that draft, though, so it's not like it all nets out. Not entirely sure what the next video will be, if it's going to be a move back to standard to try some brews with a couple of these Strixhaven cards we've collected, or if we're going to keep on doing some more drafts here. We'll see. I have that draft token staring at me that is tempting to go back into the Premier draft. I have some gems that I can use to enter another limited event. So we'll see where the mood takes us. But thanks for joining on this one, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.